Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday School Hour here at Cornerstone Baptist Church. And we're going to start off this morning with a hymn. If you would, take your blue hymnals and turn to hymn number 520. Hymn number 520, I Just Keep Trusting My Lord. Hymn 520. If you would, please stand as we sing this hymn. I just keep trusting my Lord as I walk along. I just keep trusting my Lord, and He gives a song. Though the storm clouds darken the sky, or the heavenly trail, I just keep trusting my Lord. He will never fail. He's a faithful friend, such a faithful friend. I can count on Him to the very end. Though the storm clouds darken the sky, or the heavenly trail, I just keep trusting my Lord. He will never fail. Excellent singing. You may be seated.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody. You see some new faces too. TJ, correct? I believe how long are you going to be here with us? Till Friday. Excellent, excellent. Glad to have you. And Mercy, the stranger, has returned from the great, and it's her birthday today. Okay, very good, very good. Well, to embarrass her thoroughly for it, but good to have you back for a week, I think I heard correct. Okay, good to have you back as well. And we still got some people out, sicknesses and stuff still going around. 'Tis the season for all of that. But we'll go ahead and turn in our Bibles to 2 Samuel chapter 15, which is where we'll begin this morning. We'll be in Psalm 3 for our psalm, but 2 Samuel 15 is where we'll start this morning. I know it probably shocked you. You only got 2 pages of notes this morning. I usually have a little bit more in there. Not that this psalm doesn't have a ton in it. We will still get into a lot this morning. As I've been building this out, and as we've been going over this for the last few months, the definition section's kind of disappeared because we hit a lot of those words early on, so you don't have to keep rehashing all of those. And the meditation guide questions that I came up with 7 instead of normal 10, so just how it fell out this week. But still a lot of good stuff we're going to get into this morning, so don't get scared on that. I believe we have 2 more lessons after this one, 2 more psalms that we're going to cover for this series, and then upon pastor's leadership, I'm working on some other stuff for the future if the Lord allows, so looking forward to that. But I have enjoyed this series so much, and I've enjoyed studying this out, looking through the historical context behind some of these psalms. But that's where we'll be today, 2 Samuel 15. But I wanted to bring note that the song that Brother Jordan picked out for this morning says, I just keep trusting my Lord. The second line of that song says, I just keep trusting my Lord, and He gives a song. And we're going to see that today in this psalm in regards to David's trust in the Lord, and then the song that David was given by the Lord. And how often we've seen that throughout these psalms while he's been in exile, while he's been king, and then now in the later part of his life. How many times we see that David has to deal with so many trials and so many tribulations, and then ultimately he still comes back to finding a place of trust in God, and then finding a song in the midst of that trust. So that line just really stuck out to me this morning as we were singing that, and how clear it is in David's life. But 2 Samuel 15, for the sake of the context of this psalm this morning, start in verse 10. 2 Samuel 15, verse 10 says, But Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, As soon as ye hear the sound of the trumpet, then ye shall say, Absalom reigneth in Hebron. And with Absalom went 200 men out of Jerusalem that were called, and they went in their simplicity, and they knew not anything. And Absalom sent for Ahithophel, the Gilonite, David's counselor, from his city, even from Gilo, while he offered sacrifices, and the conspiracy was strong, for the people increased continually with Absalom. And there came a messenger to David, saying, The hearts of the men of Israel are after Absalom. And David said unto all his servants that were with him at Jerusalem, Arise, and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom. Make speed to depart, lest he overtake us suddenly and bring evil upon us and smite the city with the edge of the sword. And the king's servants said unto the king, Behold, thy servants are ready to do whatsoever my lord the king shall appoint. And the king went forth, and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women, which were concubines, to keep the house. And the king went forth, and all the people after him, and tarried in a place that was far off. So we see here the context being laid. Absalom is rebelling against David. His own son is rebelling against the king, trying to supplant him, trying to usurp his authority and his kingship and his rule. And he has drawn a large number to him. And we'll see that in the psalm here in Psalm 3. Because you look at the inscription of Psalm 3 here, it says, a psalm of David when he fled from Absalom, his son. And the first 2 verses give us an idea that this context that we just read is the time frame that David is looking back to, or even maybe writing during that occasion. We don't know exactly when it was penned, but this is the context and the historical event that was in his mind